My name is Julie and I'm the writer and the creator of the blog goodygoodyGlutenFree.blogspot.com. Today I'm going to show you how to make a gluten-free, dairy-free, amazing green smoothie that gives you tons of nutrients, antioxidants, and a boost of energy that will be better than your cup of coffee on any given day. You can follow me on my blog, goodygoodyGlutenFree.blogspot.com. Gluten-free has a dash in the middle, and goody is spelled with an I-E. Hope to see you there. In addition, I'm a huge Pinterest person. I love Pinterest. I love pinning new recipes and inspirations and anything that's going to get your creative juices flowing. You can find me at JarJar77. I hope to see you there. And if you want grand pictures of the final smoothies I ever make or the amazing recipes I ever post, I always post a really fun picture. You can find me on Instagram at rose-colored-glasses-jar, J-A-R. Okay. So, this green smoothie is really easy. The original reason I'm actually making this video is that I posted my recipe on Facebook and a friend of mine told me that she thought, having 2 kids and a very busy life, that green smoothies were super hard to make, and she was also concerned that it wasn't going to taste good. But I have some good news. Green smoothies are amazing. They are so tasty and so good. The one that we're making today has so many vegetables in it, but it tastes like peanut butter and chocolate. I mean, how great is that? You're never going to find that, right? It's really good. So there's a huge myth and almost a stigma going on about healthy smoothies, that they're not going to taste good. But the beauty of a green smoothie is that it does. So let's get started. Okay. First we're going to start with 1 cup of cucumber. See? And so like a heaping cup. I'm not measuring it exactly. It doesn't need to be. And if you don't have that much cucumber in your house, don't think you can't make this. Just add what you have. So we're going to start with that because that's going to touch the blade and it's going to really grind the cucumbers. Then we're going to add the celery. Usually my recipe calls for just 1 stalk of celery, but this time we're going to do 3 stalks of celery, which equals the equivalent of 1 cup. See? The beauty about the celery is that celery is an alkaline vegetable. In your body you have alkaline and acidic, and it's best to you have to have both, but you always need a balance of both. So this is a great vegetable for when you're feeling a little itchy or you have some issues with an allergy. This will balance it out, and it's an excellent source of water. So I mean, you're not on a normal day going to sit there and eat 3 stalks of celery. So it's best to get it in a smoothie where you don't even taste it. So let's add that in. Okay? And then we're going to add in the spinach. That's 2 handfuls of spinach, which for the most part is going to look like this. That's your handful. It could be larger, it could be smaller. If you're new to green smoothies and you're afraid this is going to taste really scary, go less with the spinach, but you really don't need to because you're not going to taste it. So let's get all that spinach in. Okay, so we're looking at something like this, with little extra leaves on the side. Here's my spinach. We're going to put that in. So it's going to look like a salad in your blender. It's going to be really good. This is a great breakfast meal replacement. There's so much energy and protein and vegetables in this, it really keeps you going for a long amount of the day. You won't feel the need to be hungry until the middle of the afternoon, which is great. I mean, I don't think coffee can do that unless you're drinking like 5 empty cups, which is not healthy. So better to go with Mother Nature's goodness. From there, I like to use coconut milk. Many people like nut milks, like almond milk is amazing, and it's a little thicker than coconut milk, and it's very creamy taste, which is really nice. And for those out there that love the milk, you can add your skim milk, but I personally like coconut milk. It's dairy-free, and it's gluten-free, and it's from a coconut, and strangely and oddly, you would think coconut is super fattening, but it's actually, for just 1 cup of this, it's only 70 calories. And for skim milk, 1 cup of skim milk is 110 calories. So if you're like looking for some health benefits there, you can definitely see that. It's also not from a cow. It's not an animal. So it's a little healthier for you. So I prefer coconut milk. And the best thing about coconut milk is that it doesn't expire quickly. So if you buy 2 or 3 cartons of it, it's good for over a month. I just bought this and it doesn't expire till September 22nd. Actually, I bought this a couple of weeks ago. My other one doesn't expire till October. It's great. Doesn't really go bad. So that's a good thing. So let's add in 1 cup of coconut milk. Oops, I spilled that. Sorry. So you see your 1 cup of coconut milk. Okay. So now, what you're looking at is this. And this is how we're going to start. We're going to go in increments. And this video may take a little longer to teach you, but it usually doesn't take that long to actually make this. Okay. So we're going to liquefy this now. Where is... Oh no. Hold on. Had to find my top. It was drying. Alright. So I have a regular Oster blender that I got at Kmart.com actually for about $30 some odd. So that was a good price saver for me. The best blender to use is a Vitamix, but they kind of go for like $300 and up, and if you can't afford that and it's, too much money, which, it's a lot of money for a blender, even though it's amazing, you can definitely go with your typical standard blender, and I've never had a problem with this blender. It's never blown up on me or, caught fire or, steam coming out of it like some other blenders do. This is a really good one, and I've been making smoothies for the last few months, and it's amazing. Okay, so we're going to liquefy this. And you want a consistency where you're not seeing any green particles. You want a nice, smooth, green-colored consistency. So we're going to try this right now. I'm going to put this in front of you guys so you can see it. So let's go with the liquefy. You don't have to stand here and watch it blend. You can easily multitask, do other things, make your kids lunches in the morning, make this the night before, and store them in your refrigerator. But you don't have to stand here. I'm only standing here to show you guys. So this is kind of the consistency that you want to get. And if I wasn't doing a video, I'd probably mix it a little longer. But we're a little time crunchy here, so I'll go with this. You're kind of looking at almost like a green juice. And you can see some of the spinach didn't even make it. And that's okay. You can just throw that out. So that's what you're kind of looking at, and this is not what you're going to be drinking, so don't worry. Okay, the next thing, I just want to show you this one amazing tool that is like my dream peeler. This is a vegetable peeler. It is not like the old-fashioned vegetable peelers where all the stuff got stuck inside. This is like a dream. It makes, peeling vegetables effortlessly. It is heavenly. It just makes it so much easier that you can't believe something like this was invented. I got this at Bed Bath & Beyond. You can get this online. You can get it anywhere, and it's awesome. So exciting when I found this one. So that's one thing. Okay. Next, we're going to do our protein. You got to have your protein in your green smoothies in the morning, even if you're drinking it in the afternoon or even in the evening. The whole point of a green smoothie is that you're getting your nutrients, you're getting your vegetables, you're getting this vibrant feeling when you feel this great energy, and a lot of that does come from your protein, and protein is super important. So I use Once Again, which is a brand that is vegan, kosher, and gluten-free, and this is organic peanut butter. So this one, which is the peanut butter version, is not salt or sugar free, but if you can get that, that's also even better. But I actually accidentally got this one. But it's really good. It's not like your regular processed peanut butters. It has very few ingredients. It's completely natural. You have to remember when you're buying a lot of processed products, you're going to see a lot of ingredients that you can't even pronounce. And the more ingredients you see, the less better it is for you and the less nutritional value you are actually going to get. So I know that when people are buying peanut butters, we always want to go, fat-free, low-fat, things like that. But by doing that, you're increasing your long list of ingredients. So your best bet is really to get your regular peanut butter, your organic regular peanut butter. And it might be a little higher in your fat calorie content, but saturated fat is really important for you. It's good for you. So let's do that. So I did some of that. And because I ran out of my peanut butter after having this for a couple months, I ended up blending within my 1/3 cup, 1/3 cup of peanut butter or 1/3 cup of almond butter. I actually mixed in my sunflower seed butter with the peanut butter. So not bad. We're going to try it. Never done it before. I'm sure it's really good because sometimes I use my sunflower seed butter. So I'm going to try that. My sunflower seed butter is also from Once Again Organic, and it is sugar and salt free. And it's a different taste, but it's so nutritious and so good for you, and it's delicious. So I do recommend that. So we're going to go with that. We're going to add that in. We're going to take just a regular spoon, get that in there. It's just like 1/3 cup. I know it seems like a lot, but keep in mind, this smoothie serves 3 people. So you're getting portions of this. So you're not consuming 1/3 cup of peanut butter. So we're going to do that. And we're going to add in our avocado. I'm going to teach you guys how to cut an avocado and make it really easy. Sometimes it's a little confusing. You don't know how to cut it. There's a big pit in the middle and it just gets in the way. So we're going to cut down on one side to the middle. Like this. So you see a little opening there. But because the pit's there, you can't go all the way down. And you're going to flip it over. And you do the same thing to this side. You're going to cut down here to about here. Okay, so there you go. So there it is. And all you do is twist it. And it just comes undone when they're ripe. You don't want to use non-ripe avocado. So this is what I usually put into my smoothie. I wouldn't call it 1/3 cup. I don't really know what this measurement really is. Okay. So I take my 1/3 cup. I sliced a few knife marks in it so it makes it easy to pull out. And I kind of, squeeze it like that. And it will come out into your cup. So that is not 1/4 cup, not 1/3 cup. It's kind of somewhere in the middle. The avocado is used as a thickening agent. It makes your smoothie have that thick consistency. You don't taste the avocado. It's actually great in frostings as well. You don't taste it. You don't even notice. So it's really good. So I put like that much in. That's the 1/3 cup, that much. And we're going to spoon that in. I love fresh avocado. It's so good. Great saturated fat. Okay. So you're left with this. Sometimes I add a little extra 2 cubes if I want to. Sometimes I don't. It doesn't matter. When you store this, keep the pit inside, wrap it in saran wrap, and stick it in the fridge. If it browns a little, that's okay. It's still fine. You can also drizzle a little lemon juice on top of it if you do have lemon juice in the house and store it as well in the refrigerator, saran wrapped. Okay, so now we're going to add in our sweetener. I like to use agave nectar. This is from the cactus plant. It's a sweetener from a plant. It's better for you than sugar, but again, this is a sweetener and you do not want to use high amounts of this sweetener. It's also great for people with diabetes. Again, low amounts. So we're going to use 1 tablespoon. I don't take a measuring spoon. I use my regular big, this is actually too big of a spoon. 1 second. I take my regular 1 tablespoon from my dining spoons and I pour 1 tablespoon. You don't need much. See? Looks like syrupy. We're going to pour that in. Okay. And then we're going to add in our vanilla extract. I like to use pure extract, not imitation extract, organic, gluten-free. And this we're going to use as a measuring spoon. You can either go for a half or a whole teaspoon. Let's try 1/2 right now. And when we finish blending everything, if we think it's not sweet enough, we'll add another half in and reblend it. But for the most part, 1/2 of a teaspoon is usually enough. Oops. Okay, so we're going to get that in there. Okay. And now we're going to blend it. Again, baby steps. Okie dokie. So this is fun, right? So here we go. We're going to liquefy this again. What you're getting is almost like a kind of pea soup texture. That's what it kind of looks like. It looks like the color of peas for sure, and the consistency is a little thicker. So I think that we can actually liquefy this a little longer, just to get a better consistency before we continue. This whole exercise, you're going to end up with a smoothie that looks like this. And this is what's going to taste really good. But right now, we're just starting the base. So now, we're going to add in our frozen bananas. I like to use 1.5 frozen bananas. You just buy your organic bananas at your store. When they're ripe, you peel them and put them in a Ziploc bag in the freezer, and you can keep them for a few weeks. And then you can always have a go-to. It's especially great when you have vegetables or fruit that are on their way to going bad and you know you're not going to use them. Put them in a Ziploc bag and freeze them. I've done that with blueberries and berries. My cantaloupe is frozen. My strawberries are frozen. I freeze it all because sometimes we're busy and we're not going to eat everything that we buy, so why not conserve it? So that's what we do with bananas. Hold on, let me go get them. See? These are my bananas. They're frozen. We're going to use 1.5. Half. You freeze them whole. Well, that one was just broken off from the last time. Like that. See? Easy. They're cold. Better when they're cold. You don't have to, but then you're also getting that cold, icy smoothie texture that everybody always loves. So that's why I freeze them. It's also great when you're making your smoothies to use just organic vegetables and fruit. It's better for you. You're supporting a farmer, and there's more flavor. But if you're not a vegetable and fruit person and you want to try this and you're new to this and you just want to buy regular fruit with pesticides, do that, but make sure you thoroughly wash it. But it's better for you to get the vegetables in your body. I want them in your body. So if you're new to this and you don't want to do organic because it's too expensive, or whatever your reason, I'm happy enough if you're getting the vegetables inside. So I'm going to start with just one, because my blender, it's a little full right now, so I don't want to overpower it. We're going to start with the 1 banana. We're going to do a pinch of sea salt. I like blackened Hawaiian lava sea salt. It was something I actually found at Food Emporium. I got really inspired in the salt section, go figure, and I was in there for like an hour looking at salts. Really fun. I'm a huge baker and a huge cook, so anything really inspires me. If you can't find blackened lava sea salt, just use regular sea salt, or some other sea salts you may find, like rosemary sea salt or something like that. It can be really cool to add to your smoothie. Don't be afraid of your kitchen. Don't be afraid of spices. Don't be afraid. This is where you can create. It's going to be really fun for you, and I want you guys to get in the kitchen and get used to having fun in the kitchen. So we're going to just do a pinch like that, and this is really the first smoothie I've ever put salt in, so you really don't need a lot. You don't want to consume a lot of salt. This gives you like a smoky, taste and texture, which is really, really, really nice. So we added the banana, we have the sea salt. I'm going to add in the cocoa powder. Now, usually I like the raw cacao powder, which is hard to pronounce, but spelled with C-A-C-A-O instead of C-O-C-O-A. And it's from the chocolate pod or bean. The raw one is definitely better for you, but kind of hard to find. I have been to quite a few places and I have not found it yet. I've been to health stores. I live in New York and not finding it. So right now I'm just using Hershey cocoa powder, unsweetened, and that just does the trick for now. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of that. Again, we're going to take our dining room spoon. We don't have to measure it exactly. We're going to do 2 heaping tablespoons, like that. That's 1, 2. I'm going to stick that in there. That's going to give you your chocolatey flavor. Again, this is not a milkshake, so it's not going to be like milk chocolate. This is unsweetened chocolate. It's going to have more of a dark chocolate taste. But the bananas really make it smooth and creamy, so it's really, really good. And then we're going to add in 1 more ½ cup of coconut milk. And I'm sorry for spilling this. We're going to add that back in there because the bananas are going to get a little stuck in there and it needs some liquid. We'll just add in the remaining half banana. Okay, so that's all of our ingredients thus far. The last step is ice. We'll do that after. We're going to blend this again. We're going to continue to liquefy. If your blender gets stuck and it's not moving, just add some extra water in it. Go a little at a time, 1/4 cup at a time or 1/8 cup at a time, just to get it blending and moving, because that's what you want. It's not going to change the taste by adding water. Forgot chia seeds. Chia seeds are great dietary fiber and you don't even need that much. There's 4 grams of dietary fiber in chia seeds and just your daily intake should be 1 tablespoon and I can't even handle that. So besides it being good for your digestive tract and your dietary fiber, it's also it's higher in antioxidant activity than blueberries, which is amazing. And it is an omega-3 fatty acid, which is really important for your system. It's great for cholesterol. It's just really overall very good, important. So it's also considered a superfood and can really help energize and complement your diet. So we're gonna just put in a little of that. If I could just open it, that would be great. Sorry. All right, so they do call for a tablespoon, but I have found through experimentation that I can usually only handle about 1/2 teaspoon. So I just put a little in. So this is what you're kind of looking at. They're seeds. They're like Aztec seeds, actually. And actually, chia seeds are great for making pudding. Kind of cool. So that's what we're going to add in. And that's our last ingredient. You can find this recipe on my blog, goodygoodyGlutenFree.blogspot.com. make sure it's such a thick consistency. It's beautiful. I love it. Oh, it's so good. So good. Let me show you guys. That's the consistency. It's a little bubbling, so it's just got off the blender, but that's exactly what you want. But you can see there's still avocado on the rim, and you can mix it a little longer to get it all in there. I'm going to add in the ice cubes now. 6, 7, 8, as many as you'd like. That's just gorgeous. I'm so excited. I can't even tell you how excited I get when I'm making smoothies in the morning. I don't even follow recipes. I just make up my own. I go as I go, and as you get used to making green smoothies, you'll start to realize that most vegetables are friends with other vegetables and other fruits, and then the concoctions and the combinations you make as you learn will just kind of blend really well together. There have been 2 other times where I've not done a really good one, and into the garbage it went, and late to work I was. But again, practice makes perfect, and trial and error makes you a better cook and a better baker. Gotta learn somewhere. Why not try? So there we go. Added my ice. Can't wait. Okay, and then I usually use mason jars. I store them in mason jars. I got these ball jars. They're awesome on Kmart.com. I believe it was about 12 of them for $9.99. It's a super deal. And if you go to any other cook store or a bake store, they're gonna be like $4 a jar. So these are great. They come with the lids, and I use them for everything. So they're great. All right, so we're gonna ice crush this, and then we're ready to serve. And it serves 3. Okay, so here we go. Oops. Oh. Sure. All right. So look how good that is. Look how thick and juicy that is. It's amazing. Oh my God. So as you can see, you have 3 here. So if you're single and you're a person on your own, you can store them in your refrigerator and drink them at any time. If you have a family, you just made smoothies for your family. So last but not least, I'm just going to try it one more time. Make sure it's all good. I love it. It's delicious. You don't taste any of the vegetables. That's what's so beautiful about it. And we didn't need the extra half a teaspoon of vanilla. You just needed that 1/2, and that was it. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope you guys get in the kitchen and make this amazing smoothie. And I look forward to seeing you again the next time I make an amazing concoction. And don't forget to follow me and check out my blog, goodygoodyGlutenFree.blogspot.com. Have an amazing day.